and begin to transition into your next prioritized task straight away. Use your smartphone for productivity hacks, not clickbait. Turn on your calendar alerts. Turn on your calendar alerts.
What's up, guys? Welcome to another episode of UGUE Brothers Vlogs. Guys, I'm sitting here, stop by Dunkin', pick up a coffee here. Actually doing no sugar, just cream. And then eventually I'll be doing black coffee, which will be a real joy, trust me. Gosh. I'm excited about that, let me tell you. Oh man. So I'm sitting here, just stopped by, get a coffee. I'm about to go do cardio. This is actually my second workout. I've been doing 2 workouts per day, every day for the last couple weeks now. Joe and I are really ramping things up and getting ourselves right in the head. Right, getting our bodies right, our health in check, and just really just stepping up our game in life. And for a lot of reasons. And I've been reading this David Goggins book, Can't Hurt Me, which, by the way, guys, if you're interested in a great freaking book, this right here is spec-freaking-tacular. Right now, Kate and I are reading this sort of together, sort of one of those things you can do to pro tip, one of those things you could do to connect when you're in a distance relationship is like a book like this. And it's been great. This is a fantastic book. It's about David Goggins. He's an ex-Navy SEAL, had a crazy hard life, and it's been really putting things in perspective for me and just really got me thinking about where I want to go, what I want to do, how I want to be, etc., in all aspects of my life. And it's been a while since I've done sort of a talk video like this. I mean, I think the last one that came out was one that Joe did. You guys really like these videos for some reason, and it's sort of I know like part of our brand is really to put out motivation, positivity, get you guys to follow your passions, etc. And this is sort of a direct way of doing that. Is really just talking through things, letting you guys in on the skinny of our life, and let you know kind of what we're doing to counteract those things, so that if you're dealing with similar situations or situations in your life that are bad, negative, hard, what have you, you can sort of use this as a possibility that, you could use, or at least some motivation or something to look up to understand that you could do anything, that you can get through it, that, it's always darkest before the dawn, etc., And anyway, it's just, this book's really got me thinking, because over the last 6 months especially, but really over the course of the entirety of excuse me, the last 5 years, I've been in a bad space, been a real bad space, bad headspace, and I haven't really been myself, and it's one of those things that you sort of have to face eventually. And what I mean by that, I got with Joe and we got this thing started, and we're here now, etc. So there's successes there. But what I realized is that I wasn't all in. I wasn't all in my life, because prior to this, man, I was on point. I had a plan, a game plan for life. I had a job. that was sort of a means to the end. I was eventually going to get to a place where I was going to make some career moves, and I worked on my health. I lost weight. I got down to 190 pounds. I was doing all kinds of different like mud runs and obstacle runs. I did the Tough Mudder, which if you don't know what the Tough Mudder is, it's a 26 mile, 23 hour, or maybe it's reversed. Maybe it's 23 miles, 26 hour. I can't remember now. Anyway, it's in the 20s. And I did that race, and it took me and myself and friends that I had somehow talked into doing this with me. It took us about 4.5 hours to finish, and it was rough. And it's one of the highlights of my life. Not because we did an obstacle course race, because doing an obstacle race is really not about the race. It's about overcoming something. It's about proving something to yourself. It's about seeing how far you can go, especially through the pain and the suffering, and still get shit done. Excuse my language, but I'm pretty passionate about this right now. I mean, I'm so amped about what's coming down the pipeline, about what Joe and I are doing with our lives, what I'm doing personally with my life especially. And I'm so positive. I'm just so hyped. I feel like I'm back. I'm myself again. I feel like I'm that guy, that did that race, that lost that weight, that guy that, that went after that, the black belt that, used to teach kids that, was in the gym all the time and just achieving all kinds of crazy things. And I let all that stuff go, because life punched me in the gut, man. I mean, I came home one day and my family was gone and my house was empty. And unfortunately, that is something that is now on replay in my mind every single day of my entire life since it has happened. As well as the very last time I ever got to see my baby boy. And unfortunately, that time did not go well, obviously. And I have a lot of regrets about that day especially. And it's just another thing that replays through my mind every single solitary day. Unfortunately, that's PTSD, It's like a situation that's negative, that's bad, that's hurtful. But it's like it's real. It's like it's happening every day. Again, it's right there. It's not something that you can just simply get over. It takes time, And I let that suck the life out of me. And I realized I was half-assing life. I was half-assing everything that I dreamed, everything that I had passions for, everything that I loved, everything, including relationships that I have had and attempted to have since. Including this one that I have now, And I just got this breakthrough, It's like you hit a point. Long story short, a series of events happened over the last 4 months, let's just say, that escalated this whole deal to the point where Joe and I got in a really bad place. The negativity was escalating. The business grew too fast for us to we just sort of lost control over it. Which in itself is a good thing, I know, it's a good problem to have, but when you're dealing with a lot of different things all at one time, it just created a place where there was stress. It was a stressor. Joe had that really, really bad health scare, which, guys, I mean, my grandmother checked his sugar over the holidays, and it was so high, guys, let me tell you, like, most people would be in the hospital. And I attribute us consistently keeping up with our health and working out and trying to, eat right, etc., as well as just our drive to do what we're doing here on YouTube. They got him through that. It's not even the first time he's had a run-in with sort of a death scare. This is like a third major time. Time before that, it was an issue with something in his mouth. Before that, it was blood pressure. One time he even got bit by a spider. I think it was like 4 times, and a lot of crazy things, and we just got in a real bad spot, especially financially, guys. Believe it or not, I'm gonna let you in on something. I've had tennis shoes for a while that basically had no more tread. There was nothing on the inside, and there were gigantic holes on the bottoms of all of them. They were essentially just for looks. They weren't shoes anymore, and we just weren't in a good place financially. I couldn't afford shoes. We couldn't afford food. Like, we were having trouble paying our bills. Like, it was a bad spot, guys. And against popular opinion, of course, because everyone thinks we're living the high life based on other YouTubers and stuff, but we're not there yet. We just started going full time, and anybody who's ever tried to start their own business understands that there is a place where you got to earn it. There's a place where you got to just go through it, and this was that place for us. And we weathered that storm, and we're okay now, but it just got real bad. And the point I'm trying to make is I got to a point where just this one last thing that happened last month in my personal life, which I really don't want to go into too much detail with it because it's just rough. Maybe I will later on down the road, but right now I just really don't want to discuss it. But I hit that wall, man. I hit that wall. I got to a point in my life where I'm just sick and tired of being sick and tired. And I just got real with myself. I got raw. It's a funny thing in this book, in the first couple chapters, it talks about the accountability mirror. It's looking yourself directly in your own eyes via the mirror and being honest with yourself. And that's hard to do for any of us, right? We're not built that way. We're not built to be hard on ourselves so much, even in times where we need it. We tend to lie to ourselves. We tend to rationalize to ourselves. We tend to soften the blow. But I had to get real, man. I had to get raw. Because I was hit a level of depression I'd never been to. The anxiety was just built so high up inside me that I was just gonna freaking explode, and I just felt like I was out of control and I was spiraling, and I thought it was all over. And I got real with myself, man. I decided to download this book, man. I for some reason, I had Audible for like a long time, which, by the way, if you don't really like to read, but you're interested in these books, I suggest you get like Audible, especially for this book, in fact, because like you get like this podcast where David Goggins actually talks to his friend and ghostwriter in between chapters and during chapters and things like that, and they add additional information. It's freaking awesome. So Audible is sort of a great, cool thing, and I'm not sponsored by them or anything. I'm not affiliated with them, so I wouldn't get any money. I'm just saying it's a really good thing to do because there's a lot of books out there. I don't have time to read, and sometimes, it's tough to sit down and read a book, I got so many things on my mind, and, it's rough. It would take me forever, but these audiobooks, the things I can listen to in the car, things I can listen to when I first wake up, when I'm getting ready, is things that I can, I listen to at the gym and stuff like that, especially when I'm doing cardio, which I'm about to do. But anyway, I'm rambling. I'm just really excited about this book because it's really changed things for me. It was an eye opener. And I just got real with myself. And I realized that I wasn't me. There was part of me that was still there, that was still screaming out. It's that part of me that wanted to do this YouTube thing, that was still pushing the envelope, that's still trying to do crazy things and think outside the box to get to that place of true freedom. And but it wasn't 100%. Kate's funny. I was talking to her about this, and she's like, wow, I mean, you can freaking do this at half your potential, not even really being yourself. Like, I can't even imagine, what it'd be like if you were all in, you know what I mean? And it's pretty funny, but I was struggling, because even in the gym, I wasn't really getting anywhere. I was gaining a bunch of weight. I was watching this video that I put out, re-edit, like a director's cut, and Joe and I looked at that and we're like, God, we were so overweight, because at that time, we really weren't sleeping a lot. We were stressed about everything, because this life's hard, man. This life's hard. It's not as simple as just making a video and then putting it out on YouTube. There's a lot to it. And it takes forever to really start making any money. And, then you got to deal with the business side of things, which we're not well versed in. And, sort of learning as we go. And you're having to make certain decisions. And it's just crazy stuff, man. And anybody who's trying to be up and coming on YouTube and you think it's like something that's easy, it's not. It's not, man. And anybody who's tried it has realized, for one, it's super expensive. And two, you got to deal with just an unreal amount of negativity. And I'm not just talking about just criticisms. I'm talking about real, honest to goodness negativity and hate. Like people who want to ruin our lives. They don't even know us, which is crazy, to even consider or think about if you never had to experience anything like that. But it's the reality of being out there on the internet in this day and age. There are people out there like that. And I know even in this type of video, sort of direct motivational stuff, you're going to have those people too. Because in reality, when it comes to motivation, for one, for most people, motivation is bullshit. It's BS, right? Because everyone's motivated when things are going good. When your bills are paid, your kids are fed, everybody's doing good in school, your career's going well. It's easy to be amped and happy and jacked and motivated and ambitious in those situations. But that's not real. That's not motivation. Motivation comes in the place where I was. Rock freaking bottom. Where you gotta be real and raw with yourself. And you gotta drag yourself out of the pit. That's motivation. Battling against everything that is holding you back, that is dragging you down, all of your past situations, whether it be relationship issues, career issues, financial issues, mental issues, drug issues, any kind of addiction issue, anything. And you bust through that stuff and you take control of your life, your mind, everything that is in you. You just take control. You just get sick and tired of being sick and tired. You just get, enough is enough. And you say, no, man, I'm not taking this anymore. And that was a turning point for me, man, because then I got in the gym and I proved it to myself. Joe and I started cutting weight. Joe obviously was cutting weight well before me, before I even got into it, really. And, he got to a crazy cool place and he's still freaking doing it, man. Which is wild, man. He's like 50 and he's going balls to the wall in the gym and he's eating right and he's taking care of himself, and that's awesome. Not very many people in that age would do something like that, but he did it because he didn't want to die early. He had this thing on his back called diabetes that was trying to crush him. And he fought back, man. And that's awesome. That's real motivation, man. And I had a love and passion for bodybuilding and everything fitness. Like, that's the reason I even wanted to get into YouTube. Like, I was following, like, fitness vloggers and lifestyle vloggers and all that stuff. Like, that's what inspired me to do YouTube in the first place. Like, that was my passion. You know, like, that's like my football. Like, I know the bodybuilders. Like, I've been to competitions. Like, I thought about competing myself. Like, I had so much love and passion. And it was out the window to the point where I was gaining weight. And I was barely, like, I thought I was training, but it wasn't going anywhere. And I realized it's because I wasn't connected. My mind and my soul and everything else, it was elsewhere. And I wasn't in it, man. As soon as I got connected, and I started doing those reps, and I started doing those reps, and I started doing those reps, and I hit that pain. And then it made it tangible for me, right? What I'm talking about. It made it tangible because I hit that pain zone where it hurt like hell, and everything in you is telling you to stop. That you don't need to do this. That it's, you know, you can take a break now. And I said no. I said no, and I kept freaking doing the reps. More and more and more and more until my dang arms wanted to fall off or whatever I was training. Then I was done. You know? Because that's where the growth takes place, man. It's during the pain. And that goes for anything, not just in the gym. Anything in life. It's when you're in pain. It's when you're suffering. It's when you got to make sacrifices. Like, those things in life, that's where the growth takes place, man. That's when you're faced with the choice. You either get better or you fall apart, man. You know? And I want to be one of those people, man. I want to be one of those people that goes above and beyond and pushes the limits and just does crazy things, you know, because I have a lot to prove to myself. And I have that little boy, man, that one day I want to look at me and say, Daddy, you did something, man. Like, I'm proud of you. Like, I want to be like you. In fact, I want to be better than you. And that's so incredible. I just got myself, like, a little emotional for a second. Oh, whew. Wow. Sorry, guys. That got me. That got me. I was tearing up. Whew. That's important to me, man. And I realize there's so many people out there, like, you know, watching these videos, and you're going through so many things. You may be in the hospital, you're getting surgeries, you're going through cancer, you're having family troubles, you're experiencing bullying, like, you know, like, just all kinds of stuff. And our videos have helped you escape from that, you know. And that's one of the reasons we're going to start adding the gym stuff in, and a lot of this stuff, sort of self-improvement type stuff, a lot more direct into our videos on the vlog channel, because I think we can do more. And I want to do more. You know, I was lucky enough to have certain people in my life to get my back and help me believe and keep my faith, keep my strength, to keep me from falling apart. But there's a lot of you guys out there that don't have that. And then I was raised to pay it forward. And that's one thing I want to do in these videos, is I want to pay it forward. So I want to share things with you like this, where we're just going through some just life-changing things. And maybe we can make an impact, man. Some of you guys won't care. Some of you guys have already accepted your lot in life, and you'll probably get upset with me. Let few of you start making changes, man. And those are the people that I want to touch, that I want to help, that I want to push. You know, this YouTube thing, this place where we're at right now, you know, being self-employed, being on our own, things like that. It's a blessing. It's a blessing. It's a dang miracle. It really is. I appreciate it. I thank God every day for this opportunity. Because not everybody makes it in this game. And we're making it. But we have to pay the price. And I realized over the last couple days, sort of reading through my Bible and stuff like that, and I really don't want to bring too much scripture into things because I don't want to make this a religious deal, but I read a lot of things that got me thinking, you know. I realized that blessings, miracles, true success stories, they don't come for free. These are things that don't just happen to you. You know, it's not like winning the lottery. It's not luck. It's real blessings, real miracles, real success stories, real freedoms. They come with a price. They come with a price. We're going through that. We're paying that price right now. And I'm okay with that. I'm okay with that. I'm going to earn it. I'm going to become a better me. Joe's going to become a better him. We're going to continuously grow. We're going to improve our content. We're going to do more. And we're never going to stop. We're never going to stop. We're going to get to a place where we're free. Truly 100% free. And I'm talking about real freedom, folks. I'm talking about, and I've been focused on this freedom thing. I read Tony Robbins' book, 7 Steps to Financial Freedom. I think it's what it's called. I read that thing cover to cover, man. And it just got me. So one of the things in there, the whole book is essentially about getting free. It's getting to a place where corporations don't own you, banks don't own you, your bills don't own you, and you're real free. Everything else you already have, right? We already have rights in this country. But everything else, man, it starts to own us, man. It starts to own us. And I don't want any of that. I want to be free. I want to be free, and I want to help others be free. So I turned a corner, man. I turned a corner, and I'm so, like, it's unreal, the mental state. It is so unreal, the mental state. You know, even Kate was like, dang, man, you're so much happier every day. Like, it's crazy. Yeah, because I feel like myself, man. I feel like I'm back. I feel like a part of me was just asleep. You know? But I made the decision, man. No more, man. I'm going after it. I'm getting after it. I'm getting my body right, my mind right, my money right. I'm getting my family situation right. I'm getting my son back. I'm getting all that stuff fixed. I'm doing it, you know? And I'm not going to stop until it's fixed, until I'm free, until we get what we want accomplished. I don't know. Hopefully all this makes sense. To be honest with you, it's funny because I literally I don't plan any of this nonsense, you know. I just push record and I talk, and whatever comes out of my face comes out, you know. I figured I just, you know, I don't know what it is, you know. I guess I just let it all out. Just let it flow, man. It usually tends to work out. But hopefully, hopefully, guys, this can sort of light a fire for some of you guys. Start changing things, man. Get yourselves right. Take control. Start moving forward. Break through. Take your damn chains off. Start dealing with your crap, man. Whatever it is. Make a list if you have to. And just start knocking away at it. Piece by piece by piece, man. Whatever you gotta do, man. Even the biggest of things can be taken down. My great-grandfather always had a saying. And even when the situations got huge, he always used to say, how does a mouse eat an elephant? Same as anybody else. One little bite at a time. And that's what you gotta do, man. Just get after it. Just get after it. Just whatever you gotta do, man. Just start right now. Start right now. And get after it. Anyway, guys, probably gonna do more of these. Hopefully this wasn't too intense. I'm obviously really, really freaking passionate about what's going on in my life and the possibility that it could maybe help a lot of you guys out there get your lives together. So it's been a long time since I've done like a really amped up sort of motivational deal. So this is great. It's great, man. I'm ready. I'm about to go do this cardio, get back and work on some projects. And there's so much coming down the pipeline, man. I'm so excited. This year is going to be unreal. This year is going to be unreal, and I'm going to make sure it's unreal. Anyway, much love to you guys. Peace, love, happiness to everyone. Peace.